Good morning and welcome to It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield, our bi-weekly podcast featuring everything about Fairfield and Wayne County. I'm Mark Turner, that's Claire Vaughn. Chef Robert Beach has joined us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can we call you Chef Robert?
I've been called that many a time.
Okay,
So yes.
all right.
He's been called first, I'm sure. No. Oh, that's good.
Oh, man, so what's going on? I haven't seen you for a while.
I've been working, keeping busy, 2 jobs,
Yeah, well, you're out at Brookstone.
Yep.
You're the head chef out there.
13 years.
Wow, man. And then you go to the Elks on Friday night, and they just kind of let you play and have a good time.
Yep, that's where I keep my a la carte skills going. And such. So I've been there for 10 years. Be 10 years in October.
Wow.
No, be 11 years in October.
Man.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't realize you had been there that long.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on Brookstone because I had someone give a testimony on you and your cooking. It was Christy.
Yeah, it was Christy.
Christy Horning.
Yeah.
And she just wanted to really say, like, he does such a wonderful job. You know, people get in these later stages in life and they're not hungry and they don't want to eat. And she said, you just go out of your way to, what sounds good to you? What can I make you that you would like to eat? And you just go out of your way to make sure, you know, these seniors are getting the nutrition that they need and getting something in their stomach. And
Absolutely. That's what we do. And we have a few people that have special, they
diets.
special diets.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to eat beef or pork, so we take care of them too,
I just think that is amazing and just something that just, maybe a little thing that you're doing but can really help increase their quality of life.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate that. I really do, because we've been going through it with my grandpa. He he was on 3rd floor at the hospital, but he got to where he just didn't want to eat and that type of stuff. So that's huge. And thank you for doing that, and thank you for taking care of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody's mom and dad and grandma and grandpa out there. So.
Yeah, aunts and uncles and great aunts and
Yep.
uncles. And
Yeah.
I know Tina's got her Aunt Betty out there.
Yep.
Aw.
So,
She's been there a while.
yeah, she has been there. It's been, it's been 10 years, I think, probably.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I love Brookstone too, just to touch on it. Like, I think it's a great place. You have this negative connotation, right, with like assisted living. Like, everyone kind of, I don't want to go live there. I'm,
That's how they
giving up
feel.
my independence or
Yep.
whatever. And it's such a great community. It seems like there's always fun stuff going on. They
Yes.
keep, you almost feel like you get happier. You have more of a sense of community when you get out there, because you're not alone all day. You're not sitting at home like waiting for someone to stop by.
Yeah, the residents all get along. They love to play their bingo.
Yeah.
Our new management group has endured different crafts and things and activities for us to do for them. And our activities director does a wonderful job.
We,
Yeah.
case in point, we were at the Little Texas contest.
Oh, that is great.
Brookstone, you can have your own vehicle out there.
Yes. You can come and go as you please. Just sign out.
Mm-hmm.
You can have guests stay with you.
Yeah. People are like, I don't want to be an assistant. I want to be an assisted living. I want somebody like Chef Robert to cook me 3 meals a day, and I want somebody to do my laundry.
Right.
We have a great staff out
Yeah.
there, so they all take care of the residents very well, and we care about them. So
That's great.
I want to be treated the same way when I get that age.
Yes, definitely. We have Derek Dunn chiming in on the live chat. He says, Chef Robert helped take care of my grandpa during his time at Brookstone. I remember he sent me a pic of my grandpa with his bros. Chef is a good man. So I'm sure a lot of people around here have stories of how you helped their, like we said, grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles.
Mhm.
So it doesn't go unnoticed. Just want to say that.
I appreciate that. We
So-
appreciate that.
Yeah. It sounds like you have a good crew out there. So, okay, so Brookstone is just part of your, we talked about you also work at the Elks.
Yes.
You're the chef for almost 11 years.
Yep.
So, what's the special tonight?
Tonight is a New York strip steak.
New York strip steak.
You get a 12 ounce or 16 ounce. It's a
Ooh.
wood fire grill, all wood, no gas.
Love it.
Yeah.
And if you
Tastes good.
don't want the wood, we'll do it on a flat top too, because we have a couple of people that come in, members, and that's what they like.
Once again, you know, it's like he's like Burger King.
Yeah.
We'll do it your way,
Yep.
right?
You rule.
And if anybody ever wants to come out and try it and you're not a member, please come out, try it
Yeah.
a couple times, become a member.
Definitely.
Last time we were there were a couple of guys sitting at the table next to us. They had been members elsewhere, but they had, I don't know what they were doing in Fairfield, but they came to the Elks for dinner, and I think they walked out indicating they were going to become members.
Oh,
good.
wow.
So, yeah.
Well, and Mark was giving a testimony on your steak,
Oh,
too.
man. Your filet is, I've ate it.
Ruth
We've been to
Chris.
Ruth Chris and
Yeah.
St. Elmo's
Yeah.
Fire and Indy and things like that, and your filet is just right up there with it. Maybe even a little bigger, a little better. So,
I've even had Brian Williams eat New York strip steak. He's been to Rare, and he comes back and he goes, "Yours is way better."
Wow.
And I'm just like,
Yeah,
big.
definitely. It's hard to stay humble when Brian Williams is giving you compliments like that.
absolutely. He's a
I
good
love
man.
I love El Brian. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a good guy. But I need to come up and try it. I haven't been up for a
Absolutely.
steak night, so
I'm holding out for the fried chicken and fried fish buffet.
Yep.
yeah.
You need to come out for that.
I know, and
Soup
I
and salad bar, assorted desserts, all inclusive.
love it, and my husband would love it. And you have a seafood buffet sometimes.
Yes.
That's what I need to bring Noah up because he is a seafood guy, and there's not a lot of places you can get it around
And it's
here.
real seafood. It's mahi, salmon grouper. I'm a Florida boy. It's seafood,
Love
not
it.
frog legs.
We,
It's seafood.
We have not had the opportunity to. Every time you've had it, we've had something else going on. We couldn't
Aw.
make it. So, I mean, we're just waiting for the next one so we can make it up there.
It'll be happening.
I'm a mahi girl. I love
I love
it.
to catch them too.
Do you?
And
So
then-
you grew up in Florida, or you lived there for a while?
Yeah, when I was about 11 years old, we moved to Florida.
Okay.
I lived in Boca Raton for 2.5 years.
Wow.
And then we moved to the West Coast, place called Bel Air Beach. And I went to school at Largo High School. But we would go to the Keys. We had timeshare down there. And my dad bought a hull of a boat, a lobster-type boat,
Yeah.
and built the interior, put a diesel in it, and this boat would go anywhere. And we used to go
Wow.
out fishing. That boat is now up in Canada. One of our friends bought it, but now it went to the yacht club up there, and now I think somebody else has it. But that boat is
Really?
still going.
Wow.
And it was built in the late 70s.
I was gonna say, and he basically rebuilt it himself. And,
Well, he just bought a brand new hull and
Oh.
then did it,
wow.
put everything in it, the interior. Of course, that helped a little bit.
I was gonna say he's
Yep.
a handy guy like you, then, huh?
He was, rest his soul.
Oh, well, that's a neat story to have, and that you got to help do it. And
Caught so much fish on that boat. Lots
So-
of mahi.
yes, that's awesome.
So, what made you want to be a chef?
Well, I was into photography for a while in high school, and then got a job as a dishwasher at a place called the Purple Pickle. It was actually a chain down there. And I started learning short order cooking. And then there was another restaurant that a friend of mine was working at as a dishwasher, and I went there. It was called the Cave. And I worked with a French Martinique chef, Jean-Jacques Lafosse. And he started teaching me things. So I graduated high school, went to culinary school for a year, and then I realized I was learning more on the job.
Yeah.
But learning his techniques, and I started working with chefs, and basically what I did was I just watched. I was a big sponge. And I've done everything now in my life from wash dishes to create sushi.
Wow.
Man.
So
You know, we have RJ on Maine, and we have been trying to plan more fun classes and stuff, and we have yoga starting. We've done some sourdough bread workshops, things like that. But sushi's been on my list.
Oh.
I would love to have like a sushi making class sometime. So, or any other ideas you have, if you feel comfortable teaching a little class.
I've done it for people before.
I
so.
love it. I think that, everyone's always like, there's nothing to do in Fairfield, and we don't agree.
Yeah.
Every
There's
time we
something going on.
always,
Yeah.
We have our events, we go through
You
them,
got
and
the
it's like
spring fling going on.
I
right
know,
now.
no one even knew about it.
Yeah, I
I
know, it's
found
like,
out
what is
about it on Monday, I think.
I did too.
But I made a rookie mistake last night. We went to DiMaggio's, and I completely forgot that was out there. I took my 2 little kids to DiMaggio's, and they're like, "Mommy, let's
Yeah.
go." And I was like, "Oh, I think they're closing soon. I don't think we can make it." So
You are a terrible mother.
I was just thinking that.
Lying to your kids.
I know. I know. But anyways, yeah, I just think that having fun little date night ideas would be a good thing to have in our
Absolutely.
area. So, I've got dance class, like a salsa class or something
boy.
like that. Can see you out there spinning Tina around, you know. But
Or
sushi.
Tina's spinning him.
Yeah.
Actually, what would happen is I'd do one spin and I'd lose my balance. It'd be like,
Get on the ground or yeah.
Then he'd be on third floor.
Brookstone.
yeah, I'd be at Brookstone. I'd go to Brookstone.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, sushi. So, did you make sushi at a restaurant? Have you just made it yourself, or
The
you?
last restaurant I worked at down in Florida, I worked there for 10 years.
Oh wow.
It's called the Island Way Grill. It's in Clearwater.
Okay.
My nickname there was a sheriff just because I saw things. I was a manager there, a
Yeah.
sous chef. I learned to work the wood grill there. That's where I learned that.
Okay.
And that grill was like 5 foot by 5 foot.
Wow.
And the key for that place was it's usually runs about 1,200 degrees all the time once you get it going.
Wow.
So I'm starting to get some hair back on my face,
I
but
was
not
gonna
much.
say.
But yeah,
Whew.
when you walk into this place, the first thing you see is this raw bar full of oysters, shrimp, crab legs, king crab legs,
Yeah.
oysters from all over the United States, West Coast, East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this full sushi bar. And of course, the grill was right behind it, too, this
Yeah.
big pit. But then the sushi bar.
Oh, cool.
So being a manager, when they got busy,
Yep.
I bounced around, and
Right.
part of it was going to help out the sushi chefs.
Wow. Very cool.
That's pretty cool.
So, and watching them and learning. So,
Yeah, like you said, sponge, soaking
Mhm.
it all in.
Absolutely.
I love sushi. What was I gonna ask? Oh, did you bring the wood fire grill to the Elks, or did they have that previously?
It was already there. That was
Okay.
donated years ago by Preston Matthews, rest
okay.
his soul.
Yeah.
I miss Preston. He's a very good person, a great
Yeah.
member. Did
Yes.
anything for anybody.
Yes.
And his wife Rita still comes back and just
Good.
she misses him too, but
Yeah.
she always says hi when she can.
We saw her.
She's a sweet lady.
Saw her
Yes.
the last time we were there. So.
She's on that Friday night dinner crowd, I think. You
Yeah.
know? I think my
Yep.
mama's in with that too, Ramonda Wise. I think she's been coming up more, going on Friday nights. So,
Yeah. Yep, that group usually shows up almost every Friday.
yeah, I love that.
But yeah, that was donated years ago, way before I got there. So it's been in use for a while.
Yeah, that's neat though that you had some experience with working with one, and this one's a little bit less intimidating than a 5 foot by 5 foot, right?
Unless you got a bunch of steaks on
Yeah.
there, wish I had a bigger grill.
Because
So I just
everyone
do what I
comes in
can.
at the same time, and you know.
Yes.
And you got to get everyone at the table served about the same time. So
Yeah.
that makes it.
Doing it in a roll.
Yeah.
And our wood is brought to us by Bo Tatum's
Oh really?
brother, Josh Zerlini.
Oh, okay.
Between
Yeah.
the two of them, they keep us loaded with some
That's
good
great.
oak and pecan and hickory once in a while and whatever else they've cut down.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's all local too.
Yeah.
very cool.
Pretty cool. Yep.
Very cool. Well, what else we got? You got any other questions for him right now?
Well,
or?
the desserts that you make are just.
Oh, you make the desserts too?
Yeah, being at Brookstone, I've actually been able to expand my creations of learning how to bake.
Yeah.
I cannot decorate a cake, but it doesn't matter. I can make pies and that. And
Yeah.
and it
cakes.
tastes good, and
Yeah.
that's what matters,
I've-
And my wife's an amazing baker, and every now and then she'll help out too.
Oh, I love that.
I've tasted the apple pie, the cherry cobbler,
Mhm.
the bread pudding, the key lime pie.
That's my favorite.
Oh man!
Being a Florida boy,
Oh,
you
it's
know.
my favorite. It's the best dessert in the world.
I've tried them all.
Yeah, that bread pudding, I stole that recipe from Paula Dean. I'm not ashamed to say so.
Yeah.
It works. It's good. The
Yeah.
residents love it out there. I make it in both places. So.
Wow. Yeah, bread pudding, you can't go wrong.
No.
And Paula Dean. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, it's Paula Dean, y'all.
Yep, that's right.
That's right.
Cannot go wrong there.
If it calls for a half a stick of butter, you better just throw a whole stick
That's
in there.
right. That's right.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So, what brought you back, or what brought you to Fairfield? Are you from here originally?
No, my
Okay.
wife was from up here.
Okay.
So we're down in Florida.
You guys met down there?
Yeah,
Okay.
on a blind date.
What? I love
I
that.
was working in a place called the Black Cat Gourmet in Delhi. And one of my purveyors was a craft salesperson, and she's like, "You're single, aren't you?" I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I think I got somebody."
You're like,
So,
oh, great.
she lived out on Indian Rocks Beach. We went out, and I met her, and we've been together ever since.
Oh, my
Wow.
gosh.
We got married in '98. We met in '97.
Wow. Love at first sight, huh?
Yes.
Aw.
And then her family, they were all down there because she moved down there. Then her mom and dad and brothers all moved down there. And then her brother, Mike, who's the one that moved to Alabama, came up here on vacation with Tanya, his wife. And they came back down there and said, this is when we lived in Holiday, Florida. He says, we're moving back to Fairfield.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Denise's mom was living with us at the time, and she goes, I'm going back with them. I want to go back to Fairfield. So they all
You're
moved
like, but
up
look.
here. They all moved up here, and then her other brother and his wife moved up here, and another family.
Yeah.
They moved up here in 2011, I'd say the end of 2010. My mother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer.
Aw.
So her and my son came up here, Denise and my son Sam, and they visited and all that. Well, she was not doing well,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes, I want to be with my mom.
Mhm.
And this was after the Verizon platform blew up
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
and all that, or Horizon, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, just the economy was no good.
Right.
It was rough.
Yep.
And I said, I'm done with Florida. I've been
Yeah.
here for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
The traffic's horrible.
Right.
The economy stinks. I said, let's go.
Yep.
So we
Go.
packed up and moved.
Wow.
And I've been here ever since 2011. We got here March 29th. Our anniversary's on the 28th. We left on our anniversary from Florida and got here on the 29th.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Didn't waste any time.
Nope. And we've been here ever since.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, I had 3 job opportunities, and I took 2. One was at Brookstone as a part-time cook, and the other one was at what is a Perion now,
Oh, yeah.
in Wayfair. And I worked in the nursing home for a little over a year, and
Wow.
then they said, do you want to run the kitchen here? And I said, yes, get me out of the nursing home. I could say I did it, but it's hard work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Talk about your diets and having to take care of things and take care of people, which,
Yes.
you know,
It's a whole nother level.
it is, definitely. So we've been here ever since. But that's what got us to Fairfield.
Well,
Okay.
The first 10 years of my life, my dad had over 200 acres in upstate New York.
wow.
So he farmed. He's a mechanical engineer. He worked a job, and he raised Chesapeake Bay Retriever dogs
Really?
until they moved to Florida. But everybody's like, are you in culture shock? I said, no. I lived on a farm for 10 years. This is nothing.
Yeah. And it's just like you said, Florida with the traffic and all that. It's sometimes such a relief just to come back here, and it's we feel like
Yes.
we're fast paced sometimes. My weeks are fly by like days sometimes, but it's just so much slower paced. And like even when some of my family lives in Clarksville, Tennessee.
That's beautiful.
Oh, I love it, but once I get out of Evansville and I'm on 64 and you just get on the open road there, it's like I just get this weight off my shoulders, like, oh, the open air, no traffic,
Yep.
you know what I mean? And it's just nice to be home.
And we love to go to Clarksville because that's like the closest Publix besides the one in Louisville. And
Yeah.
Publix is like one of the best stores
It's so good.
ever. It's like, please bring one close.
Right. We travel to Mount Vernon, go to Aldi, or
Aldi
go
and
to
Kroger's.
Kroger.
I love
Yes,
Kroger's.
me
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
I was telling my husband we need to go over there and get sushi. They have like
Yep.
a good, good sushi over there, and cheese. I love their cheese spread.
It's a great grocery store.
It really
Yeah,
is.
great produce.
I wish we
But
used
then
to
we
have
did
one here,
Evansville.
right? Didn't we have a Kroger back in the day?
I think they did.
Yeah, I want to say
My wife
out
tells
at.
me did.
Yeah, I want to
Somebody-
say out.
And an Aldi's.
And
Yeah.
Aldi's, yep. So where do you go in Evansville?
Fresh Thyme and Myers.
Okay.
And then for sushi, we go to Wasabi.
Okay.
So you can go
Yeah.
there and like their sushi, you basically buy 2 rolls for the price of 1. And
Really?
it's amazing.
Okay.
And their hibachi food is amazing. So
Okay.
I'll have to.
Wasabi is
Mm-hmm.
definitely worth the trip.
I'll have to check that out because we go to Mount Vernon. We go to the hibachi over there. I really like it, but I'm trying to think
Have
where
you
we
been
go.
to Alley's?
That's that little one, right?
Mhm.
Yes, I have.
They do Japanese, Thai, and Chinese. And
Ooh.
I
Yes.
love Thai food.
Me
And their
too.
food is
Good,
amazing.
yeah.
They got great sushi and Thai food there.
Yes. When I lived in Carbondale, CJ and I used to always eat at a Thai restaurant down there. Thai Taste is what it was called, but it was so good. And you get to like choose your level of spiciness, you know, and sometimes we get brave and do like an 8, and it, like my mouth's on fire. But yeah, it's I love Thai food too.
Definitely.
Let's talk about Sam a bit. I mean, he's in the upper northwest or northeast now, isn't he?
Yeah, there's a story about Sam.
Well, I know you like to talk about Sam.
Yeah, Sam was valedictorian in Center Street and in the high school.
Wow.
Got a full ride at Amherst. Sam is transgender,
Okay.
just so y'all know.
Yeah.
So now Sam is a she.
Okay.
It's actually Samara. Got the full ride into Amherst all on her own.
Wow.
Wow.
Every bit of it. We didn't have to put anything in.
Oh my God.
That's great.
Then got a job at the Federal Reserve.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating. You tell me some of the stories
yeah.
the things that she's done, and you
Yep.
guys have went out there and seen her, and
Uh-huh.
she's taken you to do things.
Yep.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, Washington,
Wow.
D.C., studied economics, and that's what she does out there. She's a board of governors. There's about 100 of them or so.
Wow.
And started out with a 2-year contract, and now it's extended. She'll be done in 2025.
Wow.
So I can't wait to see them. They're going up there to Canada in July with us.
Oh,
too.
good.
Yeah, they're going to take the train. They're going to go to Montreal and then shoot over and stay with us.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's
Sam is
great.
just incredible.
That's
Smart
awesome.
kid. My residents are like, "Where does your kid get the smarts from?" I go, "The pool boy." And they're like, "The pool boy?" I go, "Yeah, I took care of the pool. It's okay."
It's me. It's me. That's funny.
But my dad was smart too, so I think it jumped me to
Oh.
him.
Skipped a
Went to her,
generation.
excuse me. Yes, went to Sam. So
That's funny. My kindergartner, we had his awards ceremony yesterday, and he got like excellence in reading and excellence in mathematics. And I was texting his dad; he wasn't able to make it to the ceremony, and he's like, "Well, he definitely got all that from you." You know, I was like, "I don't think it's for me. I think it's that first child thing." You know, it's like they have this self motivation that
Yeah.
us second children. I'm a second child. We didn't have that. I didn't strive to, impress myself or impress anybody else, but having an older sibling who did, she worked so hard, and she was a straight A student. She was in honor classes and stuff, and that made me work harder, because I'm like, well, crap, I'm only a year behind her in school. All these teachers are going to be like, "You're Laura's sister?" Like, man.
what happened to you?
Yeah, right? You really fell off here. But, oh, man. Well, I did not know Sam. I don't know Sam, but she sounds wonderful. And, like, you should have to be so proud
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that's amazing. Valedictorian at Center Street and high school. And then to
total
go
high
on.
honors in Amherst.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, yeah. Wow. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did it, because she would sit there playing games on one computer and doing
Homework
on
on
the
the
other.
other.
And I'm just
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no.
Multitasking.
Listen, on my, resumes back in the day when I was applying for jobs before I started a business, but I'd always put multitasking. You have to put you're a good multitasker, right,
Yeah.
on your resumes. Lies. I am not a good multitasker at all. I'm like, hold on, stop talking to me so I can finish this, and then I'll talk to you.
That's what my wife says. You can't work and talk at the same time. I said I can, but I want to pay attention.
Right. Exactly. All right, Mark, what's our weather for the weekend?
Well, rain today. High about 74. Tomorrow is sunshine. 81, 86 on Sunday, 86 on Monday, 87.
Sunshine? Today's the last day of rain?
Yeah.
Yay.
And then we blow in some rain again and some cooler temps for Wednesday. And back to sunshine on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Next weekend is looking great.
Good. Memorial Day
Memorial
weekend.
weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to start off with 77 on Friday. Saturday, you're looking at about 85. Sunday,
Good.
83. No rain in the forecast at all right
love
now.
So far.
Yeah.
That will
Could
change.
change.
That will probably change by 2 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah. I'm just glad it's 80 or above. That was always our rule growing up. My dad wouldn't let us go swimming unless it was 80. So I tell my kids the same thing, which I'm not as good at implementing my rules as my dad was. But At least it's going to be over 80, so it won't be too
Nobody,
cold.
nobody's ever good at implementing rules as their dad was.
No, yes,
right.
yeah,
I mean-
they just really had a talent for it,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Things were different back then.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever,
Just-
just go swim. I don't care.
Just wait till your dad gets home.
Yeah, for real. I'm weak, but oh well. So this week's broadcast, we haven't had a whole lot, but the ones we've had have been quite interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see, what day was it we did?
Wednesday, softball.
yeah.
Well, Monday.
Monday.
Monday was baseball, final regular season game.
Yep.
The Mules win the game in the bottom of the seventh inning with the bases loaded and the batter gets hit and walks in to run.
Jake Easton was hit
Yeah.
by a pitch.
Twice in consecutive innings and got 2 RBIs out of that.
Oh my gosh. I was like, has
Ne-
anyone
never
checked?
seen that happen before.
No. Has anyone checked on Jake? Is he okay? But they finished the regular season 12 and 11. So over
12 and 11.
Over
Over 500,
500.
yep.
Yep. Trying to learn the lingo,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to be a sports girl.
They are going to finish the season over 500, regardless of
Right.
what happens tomorrow.
Right. And then let's see, Lady Mules won game 1 of regionals over Hamco, 3-1. Yep. And that was on Wednesday, 5:15. And then we had the regional, girls regional yesterday.
Championship game
Championship against Carmi. Sadly, they weren't able to get in any runs. They lost that one 9-0, but against a really good Carmi team.
Yeah, Carmi's really good.
They are really good. But I hate to see it end, but we definitely wish Reagan Wells
Mabry.
and Mabry Ellis good luck in their future endeavors. There are graduated seniors.
Yeah, graduated.
And then Mark and Peyton Allen,
Yeah.
our guest host, Peyton Allen, back to help. They did the game down at Mount Carmel yesterday, Mules
Fastest,
baseball.
quickest baseball game I have ever been a part of. I mean, game started at 3:30. We were packed up on the road, headed home at 5:15.
Oh, yeah.
That never happens in baseball.
Ian Puckett, one hit shutout. He allowed one hit, he hit a batter, and he walked a guy. Now, the Carmi pitcher allowed 2 hits. So, I mean, it was just moving.
Yep, super fast. And
Yeah.
the Mules ended up winning 1-0.
Uh-huh.
And they advanced to Saturday's regional championship game at Mount Carmel against Mount Carmel.
Uh-huh. We've already beat them once this year, though.
Fingers
we can do it
crossed we can do it again. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And Mark and Alec Vaughn will be on the call for that one. So,
We'll be trekking eastward.
yes, 11 a.m. You can catch it on Mule Nation on YouTube. We're going to go through our...
Oh,
Yeah.
Before we forget about it, the girls' track team won
yes.
the sectional. They did
Yep.
pretty well at state yesterday, and the boys' team won their sectional yesterday, and I think it was didn't I see it second time in school history?
Second time in school history, the first one being in 2016. So with state qualifiers are Grant Jeanette in the 3,200
Made a run.
Yep,
Yep.
and 1,600. And then Trent Bliss in the high jump, Jude Carter in the pole vault, Aiden Dunn in the pole vault, Trey Mason in the 300 hurdles, and then the 4x400 relay team, Justin Johnson, Trey Mason, Grant Jeanette, and Holt Gilbert. So second sectional championship in school history, first one being in 2016. Huge accomplishment there. And then the Lady Mules competed well in the state meet today at EIU yesterday, but they did fail to advance anyone to Saturday's finals. Ella Sager will compete in the 3,200 meter on Saturday morning as they do not run prelims in this event. So very exciting. I love being a mule. I love being a mule
It
fan.
was a good week to be a Mule fan.
There you go.
It really
Yeah,
is.
they
It
did
always
good.
is.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We have the 2024 Fairfield Mules Boys Basketball Camp. There are 3 different sessions for that. There are walk-ins. They are welcome, but you can pre-register if you would like. So there is the information on that. I got to get my boys signed up for it. Feeding Kids of Wayne County. We just wanted to be sure and touch on that. Shout out to Mindy Odie for organizing and putting that
I
on.
think she's going to join us next Friday, right?
Yes, next Friday we'll have Mindy on.
Or is it the following
I think
Tuesday? I think the following Tuesday after Memorial Day.
Or maybe the Friday after Memorial Day. Anyways,
Let
she
me
is
look.
coming. I think it's the last one of the month. But
Let me take a look here.
okay.
Mindy Odie on Friday, May 31st.
All right. I was right for once. We have the Lions Club car show coming up tomorrow at Shady Leo French Park. Registration starts at 8:30 a.m. Judging starts at 10. Awards at 3. It's a excuse me, $15 entry fee if you want to be involved in that. Dash plaques awarded the first 125.
Yeah, probably so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Special awards. That'll be exciting. I think those are always fun. Even if you're not a big car person, it's just cool to go check out.
Oh, they
and-
are so cool
Yes.
to see those cars.
Yes. And I believe there's going to be, concessions available, door prizes, silent auction, and a 50-50 raffle also. So go out and support that local event. Also grab your pork burgers, brats, and baked goods at the Pork Burger Brat and Bake Sale for Hayden on Saturday. That is at the Wayne County Courthouse starting at 10 a.m.
Saw a post the other day. He's
Yes.
doing much better.
I know. I'm so thankful because it got very scary for a while there. So I'm thankful he's doing better, but help support him and his family during their tough times, just to help pay for some medical bills and, drive him back and forth to St. Louis.
It ain't
and
cheap to be sick.
No, it's not.
Got that right.
It's not. We all need to move to Canada, right?
Yeah.
All right. Also tomorrow, the 30th annual Family Literacy Fest at the Kitty College. This is a free event. Starts at 10:30 a.m. and it'll be a fun time for all the kiddos. Go out and support that 30th annual. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kitty College for all they do for our kids and our community. And then on Sunday, we have the FCHS Student Council Spaghetti Dinner. It's going to help the students raise money to attend the National Student Council Convention in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They came and talked to Rotary yesterday, and I enjoyed getting to hear them talk about how involved they are in student council and how excited they are. And that, one kid said, Grady actually said, it's the first thing he's found that he's passionate about. He's really gotten into it, and he's actually been elected to the district student council, Eastern Illinois District. Yeah, so shout out to him. But this is a cause that's near and dear to my heart. I got to go to Las Vegas when I was in high school and go to the national convention. So go out and support the kids on Sunday. This is at Cornerstone Community Church, which is formerly known as First United Methodist, and that starts at 11:30 until 2 p.m. by donation only. But they would really appreciate your support. They were talking yesterday just about the expenses of it.
Oh, it's not cheap.
Yeah, I think they said like $4,000 in hotel rooms. They're staying 4 nights, but $4,000 in hotel rooms. That's not including airfare and, spending money while you're there.
They're not taking a bus?
I know.
Load them up on a school bus.
That's what I asked him. I said airfare. When we went, we had to get in a Greyhound and drive out there. But yeah, I'm hoping they can raise the funds, and that's a big expense for any parent or family to try to come up with, and they don't want to deplete their funds either.
No.
Because they put on homecoming and so many other things throughout the year, and they really focus on school and community, and I just loved hearing about that yesterday and all the things they do. I personally love their Egg Your House. Have you heard about their Egg Your House that they do?
No.
They don't actually throw eggs at your house, thank goodness, but they will hide Easter eggs for you for this, moms that may not have the time, or
Okay.
so you pay, a certain amount per dozen, and the little Easter bunny comes in after dark or early in the morning and hides Easter eggs in your yard, so the kids will have Easter eggs to. I think it's a
pretty
fun,
cool. Yeah,
it's a
love it.
fun little
It's a good idea.
fundraiser. Yeah. They found a market that us busy working moms needed, and we're suckers for it. They said they have a lot of great response from the community on that. So We got some great background noise going on here.
It's progress.
Yep.
It's progress.
We always
We've
say-
got progress in the
We
background.
always say
That's
we're not
happening.
we're not complaining because I can't wait for these new roads to be done.
They're already better.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
already.
Way better.
Oh my gosh. Up next, summer reading program starts tomorrow at the Fairfield Public Library. It runs through July 5th. You can register up until June 1st, and that's for grades 1st through 8th grade. Prizes are awarded for meeting reading goals. I'm not sure if it's going into first. I would assume it's going into first, not like just got out of first, right? It's for grades 1st through 8th.
Right.
You know what assuming gets you, but
Yep.
that's how I would interpret it. So don't hold me to it. Wayne County Chamber Golf Scrambles coming up on Friday, May 24th. Super excited for that day. They are going to have a light breakfast at 7:45, lunch at noon. There's an 8 a.m. tea time and a 1 p.m. tea time. Spots are limited, so register now for that by calling Libby at the Chamber of Commerce. So if you guys do have events or anything to submit, please email those to rjontheair@raylanjames.com or send me a text or a Facebook message. Up next, I just want to do our, if I could get this frog out of my
Man.
throat, that would be great. I'm going to do our birthdays.
Once you get it out, chop the legs off, we'll fry them up.
There you go.
Seafood buffet,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Oh, goodness. We're going to do our birthdays and anniversaries. Happy birthday on May 12th to Johnny Baker. Shout out Walters Buildings. And Jackie Graparis. Grepares.
Yeah.
We'll go with Graparis.
Yeah.
On the 13th, my former classmate, Cecilia Harwood Kusheva. Happy birthday to Zachary Vaughn, Janice Gubbins. On the 14th, happy birthday, Jeremy Simpson. Happy birthday, Cuz, Lindsay Strange, Melinda Arnett, Noel J. Vaughn Jr., Kendon Bassnett, Cohen Richards. On the 15th, happy birthday to Diane Vaughn, Sarah Simpson, and Steve Preiser. On the 16th, yesterday, happy birthday, Kyle Moore, Julie Kurtner, Stacy McDaniel, Sophia Baker, and Brenda Overby. Today, happy birthday, Debbie Love, Phil Tomlinson, Dr. Seepies, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Derek Vaughn, Bob Gain, and Sawyer Newman. On the 18th, happy birthday to Catherine Vaughn, my sweet little niece. Happy birthday, Kat. And happy anniversary on May 16th to Derek and Tessa McCormick. And today to Jeremy and Hillary Vaughn. Happy birthday and happy anniversary, everyone. If you have birthday or anniversary submissions, send them in to rjontheair@raylanjames.com.
All right.
Yes. So now for these easy trivia questions.
Food and drink trivia. Before we get there, though,
Okay.
I found a list of dumb questions that customers have asked their food servers.
This will be good. And we'll
All
see at
right.
the end if you have any to add.
Uh-huh. Is there chicken in your vegetarian gumbo?
It's a valid question.
Well, that's true. The deal I found on the internet said 2 adult meals for $22. But the bill shows you charged me for 2 meals at $11 each.
Oh my gosh. Math's hard.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Especially in Wayne County.
Yep. Mhm. These ham and cheese rolls, do they have ham in them?
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I had a server once. This person didn't want anything on anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just typed in allergic to flavor. I was like, okay.
If you think it's going to make this taste better, don't put it on it.
Yeah.
because, yeah. That's
so,
funny.
so what's the strangest request you've had for
He might not be able to say
an
he
entree
still,
choice?
He still has customers, you know.
No, I mean,
as an entree choice, or how
well,
they want it prepared.
how they want it
Yeah.
prepared, anything like that.
Yes, down in Florida, we had 32-ounce porterhouses, and people would ask for Pittsburgh, which means it's put on a very hot pan, charred on the outside, and rare in the middle.
32 ounces?
Mm-hmm. They asked for it, Pittsburgh well done.
Oh my. Oh
Let's
my
just say
gosh.
it took
So just
about
burn-
45 minutes to burn the steak.
Oh
I just-
my god.
just-
How's your
so-
charcoal taste?
Yeah.
So that's they call it Pittsburgh style
Yeah, it's
when they
called
do that.
Pittsburgh
I
style.
just thought it was throwing it on the grill and you get it mooing.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
no,
I just
it's-
thought they hauled the cow in there and they gave you a fork and a knife, said go at it.
You get an iron skillet, you get it
Really hot.
really,
Yeah.
really hot. Bo likes Pittsburgh once in a while.
Okay.
You get it really hot, you put it on there, sear it, it's charred on the outside and mooing in the middle. That's a
Okay.
true Pittsburgh style.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to talk about myself a lot, but I never had a steak until I think I was a freshman in high school. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, you know.
Yeah, well,
And so I never
yeah.
had one. And so, of course, when I first started out, it was like, well done. I want it well done, you know. And it's like, it's taken me a while. I'm 37 now. Like, it's been over 20 years. But I'm finally to where I'm like, medium. I can handle, medium. But it's crazy, the difference in the taste and the texture from
Absolutely. And the
well
juice.
done.
Yep.
and the tenderness.
But
Yeah.
I love a blackened mahi-mahi. You know,
Absolutely.
I love a charred taste. I
Blackened
just
shrimp
do,
too.
yeah.
I do shrimp on that grill and we'll blacken it.
Oh, yeah.
I've blackened steaks.
Yep, I love a blackened. Oh, I laugh because my mom burnt a lot of stuff growing up, and I burn a lot of stuff cooking now. So I said maybe that's why we like blackened so much. We're used
It's
to
the
the
flavor.
It's delicious. Yeah.
Mhm. All right, food and drink trivia. This first one may be the toughest one. Where did German chocolate cake originate?
Germany.
It is not Germany.
I knew it was
I
a
will
trick
say that the
question.
first time I ever had it was in the Yucatan.
Okay.
I was in 5th grade.
It actually
But I have no idea where it
Yeah.
first
it
started.
actually originated in Dallas, Texas.
I wonder why they call it German chocolate.
Yeah, I know.
It's got coconut in it.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. What's the only fruit with seeds on the outside?
Strawberries.
Okay. See?
Kind of look like a strawberry today.
All right. KFC had the slogan, "It's finger licking good," for over 50 years.
Wow.
What food did that refer to?
Well, that would be their fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
See, I told you
Stop
they
by
weren't-
the Elks
I
on the
told you
last
they
Friday
weren't
of the
hard.
month,
Yep, we
right?
got some fried chicken.
And I
Finger licking
guarantee you
good.
it will be better.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Do
KFC's
you
still
use how many herbs and spices do you use in your batter?
good. I don't know. I buy it already made.
Okay.
It's actually Kentucky flour too.
Really?
Yeah, chicken flour.
All right. One of Andy Warhol's most famous artworks is a set of 32 canvases,
Oh.
each bearing an image of a red and white can of soup. From what company?
Campbell's.
Yeah.
Now my
Why do
brother-in-law
Yeah.
actually has an Andy Warhol trophy.
Really?
He's a fantastic artist.
Yeah.
I've got a tie.
Oh, Andy
with
Warhol
a,
tie.
with a can of Campbell's
Campbell's
soup
soup.
on it.
Yep.
I don't know why that art is so good, but it's so
Yeah.
good. I love it. It's so.
Okay. Now pay attention here. This is a long one.
Oh no, I have ADD.
All right. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again.
Mm-hmm.
This famous Humpty Dumpty character has appeared in many pictures and books. And
Mm-hmm.
what food is Humpty Dumpty?
An egg.
A scrambled egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
At what point of the story? Yeah, he's a regular egg, and then he's a
And
scrambled.
then it just cracks me up.
All right. Number 6. What food belonging to the 3 bears did Goldilocks eat?
Porridge.
Yeah. Typically only known by his title and last name, what famous cereal mascot technically has Horatio Magellan as his first and middle names?
Is that Tony the Tiger? No.
No.
Cornelius Rooster. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch. His name is what?
Crunch.
Horatio Magellan Crunch.
I've never heard that in my
Neither have
life.
I.
But interesting.
Well, so there you
That's
go.
a useless fact that may come in handy.
Yep.
Right.
You never know.
You never know when you're on a trivia
Uh-huh.
team that
That's right.
gets asked.
What cereal uses the slogan, "They're magically delicious"?
They're always after me, Lucky Charms.
That's right. All right. This type of liquor is typically made from the potato.
It's vodka. vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka.
Vodka.
Potato juice.
Mhm.
Delicious,
All
mixed
right.
with Red Bull.
Name the Italian dessert that contains lady fingers, mascarpone,
Cheese.
and a secret pick-me-up ingredient.
Tiramisu.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I
Yeah.
love tiramisu. I had
Yeah.
no idea how it was made.
All right. Poutine.
I'm not poutine in my mouth. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Hey.
what you
It's so
do,
good.
you
I
will.
know.
Favorite dish of Quebec has what sauce added atop French fries and cheese curds?
What sauce is on top of
Yeah.
it?
It's basically a vegetable
Gravy?
gravy.
It's gravy, yeah.
So I went to Calgary and I had
I just call them
poutine.
gravy fries.
Yeah, but they have cheese curds too, right?
Yeah,
That's the
yes.
difference.
Mm-hmm.
But we had poutine the first time, but there was a episode of Modern Family where they were talking, and one of the guys served his husband a platter of poutine, and he's like, "What is this? It looks disgusting," and he's like, "It's poutine." He's like, "Well, I'm not poutine in my mouth." Like that. That was my favorite line from the whole show.
That's good stuff.
You have that
So
on the
good.
menu at the Elks every once in a
Once in a
while.
blue moon. yes.
Okay.
What restaurant chain used the slogan, "Where's the beef"?
Where's the
Wendy's.
beef? Arby's, yeah. Or
No,
that's
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Wendy's, yeah.
Yeah. Arby's is we've got the beef.
Yes.
All right, finish this slogan. My bologna has a first name. It's,
My bologna has a first name. It's
O-S-C-A-R.
O-S-C-A-R.
yep, there you go.
What is it? My
Alright.
bologna has a second name.
It's
M-A-Y-E-R.
M-A-Y-E-R.
Everybody now.
Yeah, that's right. All right, next question. Also known as a vodka buck, a Moscow mule is traditionally served in a mug made of this material.
Copper.
Oh,
Yes, copper, yeah. All right, and the final one.
Okay.
What cereal brand sported the slogan, "Breakfast of Champions"?
Oh, Wheaties.
Yeah. Notice the pun in there. Sported.
I like it. I missed it,
Okay,
but I
so
like
I got a
it.
question for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chef Boyardee, was he a real chef?
I want to say yeah.
I think he was.
Okay, and who was he a chef for?
Oh.
Some big restaurant in New York.
No.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
So did he really start that company, or
Yeah.
was it named after him?
No, he
really
started
started
it,
it.
Did he started making SpaghettiOs for Teddy Roosevelt?
That I don't know.
Maybe that was his favorite.
There was something about it yesterday. I think it was on my time hop, and it was like 1953,
Wow.
if I remember correctly.
I love some SpaghettiOs every now and then. I'm not gonna lie. Takes you back to your childhood. You
Yeah.
Yep.
know? Okay. I had missed out on the live chat. I hadn't been paying attention to it.
Oh,
but
okay.
Derek Dunn said he has had bread pudding a few months ago at a local eating establishment that had Jack Daniels in it. Best bread pudding I've ever had. Denise said, LOL Publix. Denise Beach. LOL Publix.
Yeah.
And then she said, you will love wasabi. So put it on my list to
Yeah.
try. Derek Dunn said Kroger is where Carter Turf and Tractor is located. And I remember that now. And then Aldi was in Westport Plaza, where like Sears was. So thank you, Double D. My memory stinks. And then we have some nice pride flags from Denise Beach and my sister-in-law Samantha Fry. So thank you for those guys. Thank you for chiming in on our live chat and joining us on It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield on RJ on the Air. We got any fun facts about today? What else we got to talk about?
Let me check my
We got
list
about
of
10 minutes.
Let me check my list of stuff here.
Fun stuff.
Let's see here. Today is National Cherry Cobbler Day.
Oh, I have some on the menu tonight.
Oh, was that
Perfect.
planned?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's great. What
It
a
is,
coincidence.
National Pizza Party Day.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. National Graduation Tassel Day.
Okay.
Most of the graduations around here are done.
Yeah.
I think we had one last night. Maybe.
Where's that at?
No, maybe not. I think most of the graduations around here are done.
Yeah. I think so too.
and it's National Pack Rat Day.
Pack Rat Day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. What is today? May 17th. Let's see. Some fun May birthdays. Those born in May may also share their birth month with Dr. Benjamin Spock. Oh, is that Star Wars or Star Trek or
No,
something?
there's an
There's
actual Dr. Spock.
Okay.
That
Like-
was the.
Was he a psychiatrist?
I don't. He wrote a lot of books about
Yeah.
raising children.
Okay.
I think. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Spock.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. No.
Yes, I guess.
Oh, goodness. So tonight, everyone come out to the Elks for a, what was it?
New York
New
strip.
York strip.
Wood fire grill.
Wood fire grill.
I was at the Elks. I don't know, several weeks ago. The night they had the purse bingo upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was sitting next to Steven Sork, and I ordered myself a cheeseburger wrap
Oh, yeah.
because
They're
you can't
delicious.
go
No.
wrong with
Yeah.
that.
We sell a lot of them.
Well,
Yeah.
he got the New York strip, and they delivered to his spot, and I was like, maybe I should have changed my order.
That looks
'Cause
pretty
that looked
good.
really good.
We're going to do prime rib coming up in June, maybe the first Friday in June we're shooting for. So, and I've already got the beef in. What I do is I get my meat in and I wet age it. You keep it in the cryovac for about 3 weeks. The enzymes work in it. And I've
Yeah.
had people say you can actually cut that with a feather. So
Wow.
I've just let my secret out.
Yeah.
So the
Teaching us your ways.
cryovac it,
Sounds
Well, it comes in cryovac
Oh,
already
okay.
in the packages. So
and you just put it in the freezer.
no,
No, you just
you
let
leave
it.
it in the fridge. And
Okay.
Just let it work. Something I
Work
learned
its
at
magic,
that restaurant
okay.
through Chef Tom Pritchard, rest his soul. He also taught me about tasting wines and everything, get the flavors. You could tell which wood barrel it was in. things like that.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
including sake. I remember one night he goes, I just got this in. It's not filtered. Let's try some. I said, okay.
I tried one time. My neighbor brought over we were having a party, and he came over just to hang out.
Yeah.
And he brought over this bottle of, I don't know, it was about this big, and it had this huge ginger root in the bottle.
Mm.
And it was some type of Korean wine, I think.
Was it rough?
It was pretty stout.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty stout.
You guys should do, which I know people are.
You should do a wine tasting
Well, I
class.
thought wine tasting or like recommended wine pairing with like this pairs really well with our, New York
Saumonier.
strip. Yeah.
That's what a sommelier does.
Okay.
Fancy words.
Yeah. I don't know that word. But a wine tasting would be super
But
fun
they
too.
would
That's
tell
the
you how to
wine.
pair
That's the
different
wine
wines.
boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the wine boy. Ding, ding, ding,
That
ding.
takes
Wine boy.
a lot to learn to do that.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I bet.
I'm sure.
There is a lot of work that goes into that. Yeah.
Definitely. So the Elks Lodge, let's just give them a little bit more of a shout out too. So you can come up on Friday nights and have dinner there. Dinner starts at what time?
5:30 to
5:30 to 8:30.
And then
So,
Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have the bar menu available
Okay.
from 5:30 to 8:30.
okay.
So,
And that includes the cheeseburger wrap and more
Chili
fried
cheesesteak,
foods.
yes.
Sometimes there's even sloppy joes on the
yeah,
menu.
we're going to do more specials.
I like that.
My wife came up with this recipe. It's called the grinder.
Uh-huh.
You actually chop up your ham, your salami, your turkey, the lettuce, mix everything together, a little bit of cheese, and then you just slap it on a bun.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
good.
delicious.
That does sound good.
I'll have to come try
Hey,
that.
it all goes to the same place anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well mix it all together.
Mhm.
I know. I've never been one that like has to have everything separated,
There's a
like,
few people out there like, I can't eat that. It's
I
touchy. And I'm
know,
like,
right? Or just some people that don't like the lettuce or don't.
Mhm.
It's like, oh man, you're missing out. Like you said, no flavor. Allergic to flavor.
Allergic to flavor.
Which I'm not I'm not a mushroom person, but if it's mixed in something,
That's how
I'll
I
eat
eat 'em.
it. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna eat a breaded mushroom.
Mhm.
Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
But
We do have good ones up there, but I don't eat them.
no, thank you.
I don't eat eggs either.
Really?
My mom ruined me, but I can cook them.
You just ate too many growing up, or
She did like hard poached eggs. I mean, and I don't think she cooked it enough. But
Yeah.
I cook eggs.
Yeah, and you can cook them good.
We do
And that's a
breakfast out there.
talent.
Yeah.
That's
See,
a
that-
And a
talent.
perfect egg is never brown.
Yes.
Okay.
Never
You,
brown.
need,
Right.
you need a Sunday brunch at the Elks.
But I work Sundays at Brookstown.
I know.
Oh.
Okay, Saturday brunch.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be fun with a Bloody Mary bar.
And what is
Mimosas.
mimosas,
Mimosas,
the
yep.
champagne and
Yep.
and orange juice.
They had been doing just bottomless mimosas and Bloody Mary bar. When I was managing JW's, we started doing that on a Saturday morning, and people love it. Like that gets people in. You know, I love a good Bloody Mary.
When I lived in Effingham, there was this bar that every Sunday morning they would cook bacon, eggs, and toast,
Love it.
and gave it to you.
Keep it simple.
Oh, well.
Keep it simple.
And you just go in there, you have your breakfast, and you get your drink, and off
have
you
you
go.
an Irish coffee or a mimosa or
Yeah.
a bloody. I don't eat tomatoes really either. I'll eat them mixed in things, but like on a sandwich, I'm like, I don't need it. But I love Bloody Marys. It's tomato juice. I don't understand it. I love ketchup. The vodka helps. The potato juice. The potato juice makes tomato juice so much better.
There you go.
So good. But my husband always says I like mine as a meal, you know. I want it with like the cheeseburger hanging out and the cheese and the pickles and the celery. I just want a whole meal in there.
Mhm. Well, there are some places you can get a Bloody Mary
Do
that
that.
Vegas,
We'll do
when I was
that.
in Vegas, I went to Guy Ferrari's, I think, and I mean it was just
I love
there's
Guy.
no freaking way. Yeah, who is your favorite chef and like who's your influence?
Guy and Gordon Ramsay,
Oh,
basically.
Gordon. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay's good too. We ate at Hell's Kitchen when we were in Vegas too.
Boy.
It was so good. That beef Wellington. Yum.
Good stuff.
So do you take his way of, yelling at your employees? Do you act like
Back in the day, but that's all scripted. But yeah, when
Yeah,
I was younger, I
know.
could be a little hothead, but now I've mellowed out, and it's just like whatever happens.
You
happens.
seem- yeah, you
Let's
seem-
just fix this and make it go
right?
on.
You seem very mellow, very chill, and I think but it's hard. Like that we talked about earlier, you get that rush in the kitchen, and it's hard not to get stressed out in
You just
that
gotta
moment.
Stay focused.
Yes. Yep. I'm doing my job. I'm going to rely on you guys to do your job. Just
The
get
restaurant
it
I worked at in
done.
Florida, if we sat, every chair would be over 600 people.
Oh my gosh.
And when I was supervising and I was actually setting the plates up like Gordon Ramsay would do
Right.
for the food runners.
Mm-hmm.
And I was over basically most of the servers, always getting wine too. I had wine keys, so it was like, I need this wine, I have to go get that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was over all the kitchen staff, which was about probably 5 dishwashers. This would be like on a Friday and Saturday night. Probably 6 to 8 cooks and 4 food runners and myself, and then the dining room staff.
Right.
So it was just always busy.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
that's a bigger scale than we're used to around here for
Yeah.
sure. Because how many could the Elks hold if it was completely full in that dining room? I wonder.
Probably close to 70.
70?
If you fit them in tight with all the chairs.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that's a nice little dining room though. I love it. I had my bridal shower in there, and it was
Very
fun
nice.
because I wanted to have a Bloody Mary bar. Speaking of, but yeah, it's a nice little dining room. But you do not have to be a member to come eat on a Friday night. Come try it out for a week or two,
Yep.
and then join. I believe it's $75.
75, yeah.
Yep.
A year to be a member there. I've been a member for years since I managed the Elks and
Very
was
good.
bartending there. I became a member, and even the years I was childbearing and not ever going out, I kept my membership because they do so much for our
For our
community.
community, yes,
Yes, it's
absolutely.
amazing. They donate a lot back. They have live music. They support local musicians, which I love. They employ quite a few people, and that's great. And it's just a long-standing tradition that we've had, and
Well, I
I
know
want to
Tina-
keep it open, keep it happening.
Tina always tells me stories about coming to dinner at the Elks on Friday night with her grandparents.
Right.
When she was little.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's been
every
there
Friday night.
Forever.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say kids are
Long
welcome.
time.
Like
Yep.
I've seen
Absolutely.
lots of kids up there. The first time I was around my niece Grace and Vaughn, they were eating up at the Elks, and I was waitressing or whatever, and she was like 4 or 5 years old eating a steak up there. And I was like, what a cool kid. Like, I hope my kids one day,
Yeah.
No, my 6-year-old and 5-year-old still will not try a steak, but
They'll
learn.
Also at Brookstone, if you have family members out there,
Yeah.
we allow you to come eat with them.
Wow.
Now, we
Really?
really charge a meal. It's only $8, but you get the full spread. We have people
$8?
Yeah, you get your entree, your vegetable, your starch, your dessert, your drink,
Yeah.
and spend time with your family. And there's a few
Yeah.
people that are catching on to doing that.
Yes.
And they're like, that's a really good deal.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. You can't go through McDonald's for $8 anymore.
Mm-mm.
And that's Chef Robert's going to cook a way better meal, way healthier meal for
Thank
you,
you.
too.
Thank you so much.
For sure. For sure. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining
you.
us. It was really nice talking with you and learning more about you and shining a little bit of light on Brookstone and on the Elks. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I can't wait for that seafood night.
Absolutely.
I'll be paying
Definitely.
attention so I can get up and get me some mahi-mahi. But
Mhm.
and thank you all at home for joining us. We appreciate it. Be sure and subscribe to our channel so we can keep this podcast going. Help us spread the word and let people know that we are on every Tuesday and Friday morning at 8:30. That doesn't mean you have to watch us then. You can listen back on your radio on your car. You can watch it back while you're at home at night, whatever you want to do. But let us know you're watching. And have a great weekend,
You
everyone.
betcha.
Yes.
Tuesday morning, we're gonna blow the roof off this place.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
Josh Livesay is gonna join us.
We have, yes, Josh Livesay
That'll be
with
interesting.
us.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure he'll play a little music for us.
Well,
hopefully.
I'm gonna tell him bring. I'm
Don't-
telling him to bring an instrument.
I was going to say, don't specify a guitar, because, I'm sure he'll bring, like, the weirdest instrument we've ever
Yeah.
never heard of, you know?
We'll have the recorder.
What is
in
that?
the-
Yeah.
There
He'll,
you go.
he'll have me playing the sandbox. You'll be on the
Yes.
triangle. He'll be on the recorder.
You did say you were a sandblock guy.
I was a sandblock guy. I mean-
when he was in band, they gave him the sandblock.
You know.
I can do a little bit of the recorder.
Yeah.
The flutophone. I went to Robinson, and we
Okay.
called it a flutophone. And then I moved here, and they called it the recorder or whatever. But it's the same instrument. It's the annoy your parents instrument.
Absolutely.
I bought one year just for fun an accordion.
Oh, my gosh.
Drove everybody in the
Oh,
house
I'm
nuts.
sure. I'm sure, especially if you didn't know how to play it.
Tina, Jaden,
Yeah.
any friends I had over, I'd bring it out and play.
Hey, you guys bored? Listen to my accordion.
That's right.
I learned it from Steve Urkel.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, don't bring that, please,
No,
next week.
no, I don't have that anymore. It was
I was going to have you at the Elks.
one day I went to go get it,
Live
and
music with Mark Turner and
one
the
day I went to
accordion.
go get it, and it was broken.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to
yeah, I
it.
bet
Yeah, I
I
wonder
do.
who did that.
I bet I know. Turner.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
The dog got a hold of it.
Right. It ate my accordion. Oh, goodness. Well, everyone, have a beautiful day in Fairfield, and thank you again for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday.